Good morning. Welcome to Piece of Pat Paints. I'm Pat. I paint things on the internet. That's what I do. Well, I mean, like that's not all I do. Okay, so I like other things I do in my life, but anyway, you guys get the idea. So yeah, we hang out here every weekday for about an hour, and we paint something. It doesn't matter what it is. Usually it's miniatures. I paint a lot of miniatures and models and stuff like that, but sometimes we'll paint other stuff. Um, uh, but yeah, mostly it's sculptures and three-dimensional things. It's a lot of fun. I haven't painted anything flat in a while. We did some cats floating around back there that we did a while back. Yeah, who knows? We might do some more of that stuff later on down the road again. Never know. Okay, all sorts of wild things. But you know, there's a lot of attention in miniatures, and it's an easy thing. I like painting miniatures. I've been painting miniatures for. That's too long. I don't want to say that out loud. It makes me feel really old. I guess it's been a long time. So anyway, I haven't been painting miniatures for as long as miniatures have been around. So there's that. That makes me. I can at least say that, and then I feel kind of like, you know, I don't feel so bad. But anyway, for those of you who follow me on my adventure through life here, I am feeling better. Thank you for all the well wishes. I appreciate all that. That's really really nice. There were a few people that took time to reach out and say nice things, which is great. I appreciate that. I really do. I'm not always like the best at expressing the gratitude appropriately, but I feel like I should at least say something out loud, because then at least I attempted to do that. I don't know. I'm an odd person, so but I appreciate it. It's really nice to have people that care enough to be like, oh well, I hope you get better. It was just a little back thing. I'm too old to be picking up stuff that's super heavy. It was easier when I was younger. Like I could pick up all sorts of things. You just because I'm a big guy. I'm not a little dude. So like I'm used to being able to pick up stuff, and so and like I'd picked that thing up several times, and then that one day was just a bad idea. So, but that's okay. It's all right. We're healing up. The doctors gave me some medicine, and everything's better ish. It's getting better. I'm feeling better. Definitely glad I had my kids on spring break last week, so I wasn't having to do much drive around or anything like that, because Lord knows that would have been painful. Might have overdone it a little bit yesterday. I did do some gardening yesterday, which is fun. I love doing a little gardening. Put out just a little bit of. This is actually like an airbrush primer, I think, but I always brush it on to these little things, because I don't run my airbrush on the live shows because it's loud and nobody really wants to hear that. So anyway, it's a primer, so we want it to be super thin, but we want it to get into everything. Anytime you're going to they make all sorts of brush on primers, all that sort of stuff. I like airbrush primer because it's so thin that you don't have to mess with it much. It's really going to get in there and do the thing. And see, that little tiny bit is probably going to be enough to do almost this entire miniature. We're going to pull everything out of the pools. We're going to want to pool. That's why I use this. This brush is it's a synthetic. It's not a junk brush, but it's not really like an amazing brush. As it's kind of started to fray, it's become a great brush for this particular process. Putting primer on things. This cat's got such a great little face. It's going to be so fun to paint him. Got himself a little keg. Standing on a big old floofy tail. I had this base is actually a base from something else, and it had a mistake on the print, and it was supposed to be like I think it was a gold bag or something. It was actually supposed to be on the floor of it, but it didn't print right, and it just made this blob. And it's been sitting in my box for like ever, because I was like, oh, I'll just use it on something eventually. But it works out perfect here because it looks like there's just a little bit of ale or whatever flying out of his, coming out of his cask that he's standing on. Which is kind of fun. We can do that, kind of make that paint that in, make it look good. Okay. And with it being thin paint should dry out pretty quickly. We should get right to what we're gonna start figuring out some colors and go from there. He's got a nice doublet. A bit of a coif on it. Got a hell of a collar. It's a fun guy. Fun little miniature. This is actually one of my sons. He is playing this character in one of the games we have. One that unfortunately I can't get everybody to play. You know, they don't. Kids are weird. Sometimes they want to play a game. They don't want to play a game. They do. You know, that's kids for you. So you just never know. So I got to hear everything running fine. All right. Okay. Snap you in here. Give it just a few more moments. We'll just kind of look at it while we're letting it dry. Definitely, we got multiple panels on that doublet, so we can have different colors there, which will be fun. He's got a little fish hanging off right there on his belt bag. Leather bits for his legs here. Bracers, I guess. Oh, because you wouldn't wear that on your leg, or unless you were a cat, I suppose. Something up top. There. Okay. Well, I think we start with working a little bit on that fur because we have to do that. He's gonna look like Buttons, our cat we have here. Well, I know I have a tube of this that's like mostly done. There it is. I brought this one out, and because this one's like literally moments away from being finished. And I'm like, of course, that's when the other one starts to kind of trying to disappear. I don't know, a bit of a clumsy day today, which isn't necessarily unusual for me. I used to not be so dang clumsy. That's probably a lot more than I need. It's okay, we got some other projects we can work on. I got to finish getting some of this dry brushing done. Some of this other stuff. I have a bunch of these riser pieces. These are fun. They're like cut to a certain size and shape so they'll fit and they work as steps for things. Neat little risers for if you want them to play like multiple levels of a dungeon and stuff like that. It works out great. Yeah. I was trying to get them to where they were magnetized, but then I found out like they really need to be magnetized. There's not like any need for it if you set it up right and bevel it and all that stuff. Okay, so I need to actually hold on. I need to add a little bit of titanium white to that. That's a little too yellow. There we go. Kind of an off-white. And this is just our base coat. We're actually gonna have a bunch of different colors on him. His whole overall color is more like browns and grays and stuff. But he's got these white spots in his fur. Blank spots and things. Hello, Sir McBeardsly. This is also going to help me kind of see the all his pieces. Hell yeah, man. That's funny. I like it. Get some sleep. Totally worth it. We finished up that archer. She looked, it turned out really nice. I managed to get a bunch of well, not a bunch. I got 3 short videos up last week, which was really cool. Made me feel pretty damn productive. So pretty much only this part of his face is even white. But like I said, I'm gonna kind of paint over most of this, and then we're gonna add in the details on his face. We'll paint all the other stuff in on top of it. All his stripes and stuff. He's got a lot of stripes. Keep your brush moist. Try to keep your strokes pretty precise. So I kind of want to do this white first because I want to get in all these places where we're going to have to darken in stuff later anyway. Speaking of, hello, Butt. I'm painting you right now as a guitar player. Well, come here. Come here. I know you want to go out. I know you do, buddy. They just don't ever let you go, do they, bud? They sure don't. I'm almost feeling better, and then we can go walking again outside. I'm like almost ready to do it. The kids hate that I got him where he'll go outside. So McBeardsly helped his dad's girlfriend's parents move on Saturday. Oh yeah, that stuff take all day. Old people furniture? What? You mean heirloom furniture? Heirloom. Hey, you got paid. There you go. Need some muscle relaxers? Okay. What color paints? Color paint. I'm almost feeling like yellow ochre pants. And then we'll do like blue and red on the doublet. Maybe. Might have Kale pick it. Since it's his guy. Maybe. Also went and got a ton of seeds. Heck yeah. The old paper towel trick. Yeah, okay. Right. I've got like 4 poblano. Well, 2 of them are kind of. We'll see if they can finish. They're trying to get out of there. They're trying to finish sprouting itself up right now. But in theory, I have 4 poblanos, 2 habaneros, a jalapeno. I have a green bean plant that's just going crazy right now. What else did I have? I have a couple of them, and then I'm gonna buy some. I'm gonna buy some crops. Yesterday we put in 2 blackberry bushes and 2 blueberry bushes, so that'll be cool. But yeah. And herbs are like herbs. There's no like you can start herbs whenever. I would actually. I'm gonna put my herbs in. I started mine not too long ago. I'm putting mine in planter boxes so I can come in and out. And they can just run all the time, except for my basil plant. I have this basil plant that's right over here. That's like, it's growing into the window. It's got to come out and get trimmed and get ready. But I'm waiting for the last frost because I don't want to take it out until the last frost for sure hits, which they kept saying was going to be in April, but I think it's already come. So we'll see. I'm kind of keeping an eye on it. The basil is the one that's really going to be susceptible to it, so I'm kind of really waiting on that one. Yeah, rows of blackberries. That sucks. Yeah, so we cut them all. I don't know why people cut stuff like that down, but I guess because they don't want to deal with it anymore. There's some maintenance and stuff involved and all that. But I'm going to try and homestead out this property. Kristen and I are. And it'd be nice. It'd be fun. I'm kind of thinking about growing all the stuff it takes to make my my giardiniera, and then start pickling it and selling it. There's a few folks out here that would buy it if I did that. Some folks out here got a taste for it when we were making it. Man, yeah. Yeah, these are Navajo or Apache blackberry bushes. I don't remember. And then it's two sort of different kinds of blackberries close to each other. Like one's Navajo and one's Apache or something like that. And then there's two different blueberry bushes that are also similar but not the same. And I planted some hydrangea and wisteria. I don't know if the hydrangea is going to make it. I'm worried about the hydrangea. Get out that umber. I can't believe I still have this tube of burnt umber. I've had this tube burnt umber for a long time. All the ones that are in these old metal tubes, these are pretty old. I don't even know when they switched over. It was a long time ago. I don't make them like that anymore. They don't, Buttons. They don't, of course. What? No, I can't take you out right now. I can't actually keep up with you outside right now, everybody. Nope, I can't. But I can't, see? No, but see, I can't. See how that works? Really wants to go. There's a bunch of birds out there, so you know, cats. He's just gonna go and tear up the whole area. Just you know, look at them. Yeah, pickling is fun. I like pickling stuff. Might even be able to like eventually grow vinegar grapes and make our own vinegars and stuff. That'd be cool. Throw some. So when the cat gets out, when they let the cat out with the dog and it wanders too far, Beardsley will throw a ball and cause the dog to run towards the cat, which causes the cat to run back. That's good stuff. It's classic misdirection. Again, I'm not really worried about this coat being too thick or thin. Again, we want it to be pretty thin. Just trying to get these colors marked out on here. Really moist brush, guys. It seems weird. I keep saying that kind of stuff every show, but it's super important. Don't worry too much about those strings right now. We're gonna bring those back out with a silver or something like that later. Maybe even just a white or a gray. Although he could have catgut strings made out of the guts of his nails. That was bad. I guess it doesn't really matter. This isn't a children's show. Not a children's show. We will say things that are inappropriate. I don't know when. I don't know what, but I will. I'm that dad at the party where you're like, man, I really appreciate that he's like upfront like that, but whew, man, I think you may have traumatized my child. Okay. Oh gosh. Take something important. Just match schedules for my oldest son has a next time, which is pretty cool. No, buddy, no, I'm sorry, no. Oh, he's so persistent. Little dude. Little bud. Little bud. It's hard to get anything done with you meowing like this. Yeah, I know you're just trying to butter me up to let you outside, but I'm not going to do it, see? Because I can't chase you. Cats are wild, so like, there's very few species on the face of the planet that can be domesticated and then revert back to feral. Cats being one of them, pigs being the other. Both of these creatures are super destructive in their own rights. Especially when they go feral, like, they become uber destructive. Feral cats are not exactly the most, conscious in things. They tendency to tear up stuff. Now he's working a bang of stuff right now. Do the bracers first. Checker pattern on his pants. We'll get all these base coats on here and then we're gonna worry about it. Probably tomorrow. We'll probably mess with it on tomorrow's show. But it does kind of feel like he'd be right for some fun pants. Pinstripes, maybe. Pinstripes are hard. They're fun. They're not easy. This is a burnt sienna. Is this orangey brown we're using right now? Whoever's tying those fish on is not the same thing. So we'll probably color it more like rope, whatever. The key is to not let it pool up too much. It looks like it's pulled up. Just kind of pull it off and redistribute it. If you can't redistribute it, then rinse your brush off. Come back and pull it off. And you get used to different types of paints too. So different paints will go on different, and they'll pull different, and they'll collect differently and dry differently, and and it's even like different brands of paints inside of one company. Like even if you bought all the same paints, not all of the paints made by a single company are going to behave exactly the same. Paints are just like that. I think he ended up naming him like Sir Platinum Mule. I thought his name should have been Brian Seltzer. If you get that joke, then congratulations. You probably need to go see somebody about your colonoscopy. Hey, and congratulations to Brian Seltzer. Actually, I heard he's doing better. Like he had some struggles where he was getting to where he wasn't sure if he's going to be able to play guitar much at all anymore. And it sounds like he's kind of rehabbing a little bit, so he might be able to do a few more rounds of some guitar playing, which is great. I know for artists not being able to do the thing that you make art at, it makes you not a happy person. It's very difficult. I'm glad I still can cook around the house, even if I can't really kind of do it professionally. I can still kind of cook outside of the restaurant life, in the hustle and bustle of the culinary world. those leather, or we're gonna make the ones on his wrists metal. Indeed. Indeed. Oh my gosh. Blah, 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 blah. Same stuff, same stuff, same stuff. Why do we have to always be interconnected to everything? I guess I can turn that stuff off, but I know when you have 4 kids, it's kind of like you do to stay connected. Just to, I don't know. It's so weird how things change so much when I was a kid. You know, we went through like thousands of years where things didn't change at all, and then like the last couple of thousand years, things have been changing so fast. Like people have a hard time keeping up. It's pretty crazy. Now, isn't this carried down into here? It's like these are 2 different pieces, and they shouldn't be. Just not seeing it. Is it just because I'm old? No, that's not there. It's there on the doublet. When it comes in, it's gone. That's some loud ass birds. Dang, y'all. Wow. Okay, well, we're gonna leave the doublet alone for now. We're gonna start working. We'll work on his tail a little bit now. Bubba's tail. Out in the cold snow, freezing, because he's a freakazoid. There we go. There's a good picture of his tail. Alright, so it's gonna be like a charcoal kind of gray color. That's a lot of there's a lot of birds out there screaming. It sounds like it, like out of Hitchcock kind of thing, man. That's a little creepy. Alright, so what we're gonna do is I'm actually just gonna mix this with some of this. mark it out a little bit, and then from here we can kind of start adding to that because we know it's going to come. Start softening all that up. This way, I'm trying to keep my brush strokes kind of coming all the same way. We're just kind of softening up a lot of that look. Some burgundy onions, nice. Yellow onions, Tokyo long greens. Holy Moses. So many birds just took off and changed. I think you could actually watch it change the color of this. Holy mackerel, that was a lot of birds. A little bit of yellow in the tops of those pockets. It really becomes a lot of blending to get these kind of cats to get these tails and stuff to look right. a little bit. Just oh, yeah, some cat grass. Yeah, I want to do like the back of my back patio porch is big enough where we could do like full on like catio, you know. I think we're gonna try to do that this year too. Maybe. We'll see. Alright, a little extra gobbledygook, and we got a nice little tail. Woo! Alright, well, got through his tail today, which is awesome. We got a lot of his other stuff barked off. And I can ask Cal what he wants on the rest of his shirt and stuff that way. Yeah, it'll be a little bit closer to what the kid who's got to play the miniature wants. Right? Instead of me just making it up. Although he probably would just play whatever. It's more fun when you get to kind of make those choices. There's so many birds out there, it's crazy. Khajiit has wares if you have coin. Khajiit has tunes if you have coin. Khajiit play tunes. Toss coin. Khajiit play. Ooh. He'll play that stray cat strut. Alrighty. Pull that down. Do. So, yeah, thanks for coming by. If you liked what you saw, give us a like, subscribes. Those things help us, get things out there and show other people kind of what we do around here. It's cool. Um, you never know. This could become a big deal one day? It could be like, who knows? People watch. I guess I don't know. Mostly, I like doing this just because it's therapeutic for me. I get to post stuff. I get to paint stuff and post about it and stuff. I look back at my old videos and see things I've done and be like, oh man, that's how I did that. Or sometimes it's like, I can't believe I did that. Or sometimes I'm like, oh man, I've gotten so much better. So it's a good like video journal, I suppose. But it's cool to share it with other people, which I kind of like. And I have lovely Sir McBeardsly to help me out with things around here. My constant companion. So if we ever do get it big, then he gets to have like a studio booth, and we'll have like all that. We'll have him chime in with commentary instead of typing in. You gotta have dreams, right? I doubt we'll ever make it there, but it would be fun to be what is that? Successful YouTube streamer. I don't even really know what that means. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for all the folks that do watch these shows. I really think it's cool. I really do appreciate it. So that's from the bottom of my heart. Be good to somebody out there. I don't care who it is. Just be good to somebody randomly. It's fine. You could not cut somebody off. There you go. That would be being kind. Or let somebody go and they need to go, or something. Anything. Lots of stuff you can do to be kind to somebody out there. So be kind to somebody, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Be a patient driver. That'd be helpful. Well, hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow. Talk to you later.